Good evening, neighbors. It is Saturday, January 24th, 2026, and I am Sara with a special deep dive on your Murphy winter storm weather, focusing just on what the skies are doing tonight and through the next 2 days. So grab a warm drink, settle in, and let us walk through what to expect with this icy setup moving into Cherokee County. Let us start with what is happening this evening here in Murphy. An ice storm warning is in effect for our area from early this afternoon through Sunday evening, as Winter Storm Fern pushes a powerful mix of moisture and cold air right over the mountains. Through this evening and into the overnight, temperatures around town will hover right around the freezing mark, sitting mainly in the lower 30s, which is that dangerous zone where a cold rain can quickly turn into freezing rain on contact with roads, trees, and power lines. Precipitation will become steadier as the evening wears on, with a cold rain at first in some lower spots, then gradually changing to more of a freezing rain and sleet mix as colder air noses in near the surface. As we move deeper into tonight, especially after about 9 or 10 o'clock, expect icing to really start to ramp up. The National Weather Service is warning that significant ice accumulations are likely, with the potential for several tenths of an inch of glaze ice on elevated surfaces by daybreak Sunday if the current track holds. That may not sound like much, but even a quarter inch of ice is enough to weigh down tree limbs, snap small branches, and cause slick, almost invisible ice, sometimes called black ice, on roads, porches, and driveways. Winds will stay mostly light to occasionally breezy, but any breeze blowing through ice-coated trees can increase the chance of limbs coming down and localized power outages. Now let us talk about your Sunday, which looks to be the core impact day for Murphy and the surrounding valleys. On Sunday morning, temperatures are expected to stay near or just below freezing, in the low 30s, as moisture continues to stream in from the southwest. That combination sets us up for a prolonged period of freezing rain and sleet during the first half of the day, with the heaviest icing potential from the pre-dawn hours through late morning or early afternoon. Travel during this window may become quite hazardous, especially on secondary roads, shaded stretches, bridges, and overpasses, and officials across western North Carolina have already been urging folks to avoid driving unless it is absolutely necessary. By Sunday afternoon, we may see a very gradual warm-up at the lowest levels of the atmosphere, but it will be a close call. If temperatures manage to creep just above freezing in parts of the valley, some areas could change back over to a cold rain, while higher elevations and colder pockets continue to see freezing rain. If the cold air hangs on longer, that would mean more icing and higher impacts, so plan for the worst and hope for the better outcome. Either way, expect a raw, gray day with continued periods of precipitation and the possibility of additional ice buildup through at least late afternoon and early evening. As we head into Sunday night, the moisture will slowly begin to taper as Winter Storm Fern pulls away and colder, drier air filters in from the northwest. Precipitation should gradually lighten and become more scattered. And as temperatures drop back into the upper 20s to around 30 degrees overnight, anything wet left on the ground will be prone to refreezing. That means even if we see some melting or slushy conditions late Sunday, refreeze could turn those same surfaces into skating rinks again by early Monday, so use extra caution walking the dog, stepping off the porch, or heading to work early. Looking ahead to Monday, conditions begin to improve, but we are not completely out of the woods. Temperatures during the day are expected to climb above freezing, likely into the upper 30s or low 40s, which will help slowly melt ice on roads and sidewalks. Skies may start mostly cloudy with some lingering light precipitation possible early, but the trend through the day is toward drier weather and gradual clearing. Even so, fallen limbs, remaining slick spots in shaded hollows, and patches of compacted ice and slush may still be issues, especially early in the morning and again after sunset, when temperatures dip back toward the upper 20s Monday night. For Tuesday, the overall pattern looks much calmer for Murphy. High temperatures should rise solidly into the 40s, with a mix of clouds and some peaks of sun, helping the area continue to thaw out and recover from whatever ice this storm leaves behind. Any remaining icy patches will retreat mainly to the highest elevations and the coldest, most shaded corners, though you will still want to watch for slick spots first thing in the morning. By Tuesday night, temperatures will slide back down below freezing again, but with drier air in place, widespread new icing from precipitation does not look likely at this point. Through all of this, the main story for our community is that ice, not deep snow, is the biggest concern with this storm. That means power lines and trees working under extra weight, and roads that can look just wet, but are actually coated in a thin layer of ice. If you can, charge your devices, have flashlights and extra blankets ready, keep your phone on a charger while the power is on, and avoid traveling tonight and Sunday unless you truly must go. Check on neighbors who may be more vulnerable, especially older folks or those who live alone, and bring pets inside or make sure they have warm, dry shelter. I will keep the focus here squarely on the weather for you tonight, but remember that local officials and emergency management in Cherokee County are sharing updates on shelters, warming centers, and any road closures as this event unfolds. Stay tuned to local radio, trusted weather sources, and county alerts, and if you have to be out, take it slow and give yourself extra time for everything. This has the potential to be a memorable ice event for Murphy, but with some preparation and a lot of neighborly care, we can get through Winter Storm Fern together. That is your detailed winter storm weather breakdown for Murphy this evening and the next 2 days. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will be right here with you, walking through every step of this storm on the Murphy Morning Show and beyond.